Come on in, bro.
Well, hello to you too, handsome.
Hey,
No, I'm having a bad hair day, but damn.
hey, I thought you was Davon. What's up?
The new girl, Isis,
What's the problem?
she not holding her weight. She's always late and always getting off the computer at unapproved hours.
Okay, well, handle it. That's your job, bro.
Okay.
I made you the GM for a reason. You don't got to come to me with all of the small shit. Okay?
I just was thinking that maybe.
So if you don't mind, handle your business.
Okay.
Hey, hermano,
What's up?
new girls is pulled up.
Right on time. Can you handle this for me? Please, Miss GM.
Sure thing, boss. Davon.
Damn, she fine.
Didn't even notice.
Yeah, whatever, nigga.
Hey, 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 good evening, good evening. Salutations, everyone in the building. Those who, whether you hear in real time or whether you hear looking in the bushes or you going to catch the replay, thank you so much for being here. And as you can see, you saw a clip of a creation that my next guest has on horizon. That is Mogul and season two of Mogul. So y'all got to catch up and watch season one and then watch season two. And that clip was is starring Lamaster Sprackling as well as Delicious and Zephaniah Taylor. I hope that's his last name. Please forgive me if it's not. I think that's what it is. But we'll get more into that too. But yes, please look out for Mogul. That is on Tubi. And as you can see, that's like, that's one of the top tier series on the platform. And I just am so grateful that my next guest was going to be here. So I had to make sure I had on my bra so I could present to you and introduce to others, Mr. Shaun Sinclair. Here we go. And there he is, Mr. Shaun Sinclair in the building, award-winning
Yes.
actor, writer, filmmaker, author, all that good stuff. So, you in the building. How was your day, Mr. Sinclair?
It was good. It's long, but it's good.
It was long. What was you
Yeah.
doing? Why was it so long? How it become
I-
so long?
I'm preparing to shoot again. So I've been pre-production right now. So I'm finalizing the script, taking meetings left and right. So it's stuff I love to do though. It doesn't feel like work. So it's good.
Oh, good. See, I'm glad. I wish
Yeah.
a lot of us wish we could have that sentiment, but that's either here or there. You didn't hear that from me though, but yes, hopefully we'll be able to get. I know you may not be able to give too much of that project, but just a little piece
Yes.
later on in the interview, just a little piece.
Okay. Okay.
All
I
right.
got you.
Yeah. But yes. Mr. Sinclair, I always like to start in the beginning because before you became this powerhouse, you had
Yes.
you had you lived in, maybe you lived in a smaller house or a big house,
Yeah.
or maybe it was a house on the hill, or maybe it was the projects, or maybe it was, uh, you know,
Mm,
like I said, we all have different upbringings, and that's what makes us who we are.
absolutely.
And it just makes us just, individuals in our own right. So I just want to, kind of get more into your story and how,
Hmm.
how you were molded into this whole beast that you are right now. So you were
Yes.
born and raised, is it in Detroit? Because it seems like all of you are from Detroit in the
Uh-uh.
space. Okay. I know
Nah.
you're
I'm
not
from
Detroit,
no, I'm from Atlantic Beach, South Carolina.
South
Black
Carolina.
Pearl.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Atlantic Beach, South Carolina. Then I moved to Fayetteville, North Carolina, a little later. So
Okay. Is that where you are
yeah,
now?
no, I'm in Atlanta now.
Oh, you're in Atlanta now.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that was early, like early on. I was I'm from Carolina, and then I went into military years later. And then I took a little detour. I had to go on my state sponsored vacation for over a decade, and then when I came home, I relocated eventually to Atlanta
Oh,
to
okay.
pursue my dreams. Uh-huh.
So okay, so you was born in South Carolina, and I have you.
Yes.
Most of my family are from there as well, South Carolina.
Oh,
So
really?
yes, most of my majority
Okay.
of my family, yes, yes. And so I just want to ask you because, like I said, a lot of times, people we come from, some of us come from humble beginnings, some of us come from not so humble beginnings, and
Yes.
I want to know in your case, like, were you barefoot in the yard? Did you, play ball in the street?
Right.
Were there bunk beds? Did you ration out the food, or were you like did you go out where it was more well to do, and you were driven to and from school, or you
Hmm.
had the name brand clothes and all that good stuff. So can you share some of your memories too, like one parent household, two parent household,
Yeah.
siblings, cousins, all that stuff. I know I gave you a lot, but I just want to try
That's
to give you a reference point.
no, it's funny
Yeah.
because as you're touching on that, I think all of that describes my experience. I grew up, my mom and dad, my dad was murdered when I was 8 years old. And so from there, for like the next about 3 years, 4 years, we struggled, man. I went from a two-parent household. We weren't rich or anything like that, but we made do. We had love. And so it was four of us all together, my two sisters and one brother, and then my
Two
mom
sisters.
and my dad. I'm the youngest though. I'm
Oh,
the
okay.
baby of the
Okay.
family.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I was about to ask you that. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
can
had an
you tell me
older
the years apart? What's the year? What are the years apart?
yeah, I had an older sister. My older sister is 5 years older than me, and then my brother was 4 years older than me, and then my other sister was 3 years older than me, and then was me.
Okay. Okay.
So I guess you could say right, all of us within six,
Yes.
seven
Yes.
years of each other. And so now it's just me and my older sister. Now I lost my brother to cancer back in
Mm,
'07, and then I lost my sister about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Yeah, but like 3 years ago, she had complications from diabetes or whatever, COVID, pneumonia, that type of deal. They say COVID, but I don't recognize COVID, so I'm not going to claim that.
got you. Yeah.
And then,
I totally understand.
right, and so now it's just me and my older sister. I'm in Atlanta. My older sister's in Carolina still.
Oh, you still? Oh, so she's in Carolinas as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, she's still in Carolina.
Okay. And is your mom still here with
My
us?
mom's still with us. So my daddy was murdered when I was 8. My mom remarried my stepfather when I was like 11. When they got together, I was 11, and then they got married when I was 12. So my stepfather was in my life for a long time.
And so how did that work out? Like, were you was he a good a great fixture in your life? Because a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
times when we talk about so much emphasis on having male figures in the home. So
it
that's
is. So
uh,
the irony of I think my stepfather was the first Renaissance man I've ever met.
mm,
He used to be a part of Black Panther Party, then joined Nation of Islam, then fell victim to the streets, became a kingpin, all of
mm.
that. Business owner. It was a true Renaissance man.
Oh, okay. So I see the inspiration behind your stuff. Okay, now I'm
Yeah,
starting. That makes sense. Okay,
yeah, yeah,
it makes
yeah,
so much sense. Yeah. So
yeah.
but so let me share with me let me ask you this Sean, if you don't
Huh?
mind me asking do you have any memories of your dad at all?
Of course, I have
Okay.
vivid memories of my dad. My dad was my Superman.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, my dad. So I was 8 years old when he passed away, but I have vivid memories. And I think that because I lost him when I was so young, I think those memories are even that much more vivid.
Of
You know what I
course,
mean?
of course.
Yeah, my dad was a working man as well. He came up in the 80s. Well, he got killed in the 80s, but he was a working man, construction company, whatnot. And then toward the mid 80s, he got caught up in the coke crack game.
Mm,
Back in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s, cocaine and crack
was
kind of
an
infiltrated our
epidemic.
neighborhood as a whole. Yes, it was.
Mhm.
And so he started, mixing in the streets while still doing the working thing. And eventually that's what got him killed. My aunt, she's my cousin by blood, but I call her my aunt. She
Yeah,
ended up
right.
putting a hit on him.
What? Wait, she did what?
She put a hit on him. And one of his friends, so-called friends, carried out the hit, killed him.
Why would
Yeah, drugs. The
mm,
story
okay.
goes that he was working with her. She was a upstanding citizen, but she
Okay.
had she had street connections, and as the story goes, he was moving out for her, and he found his own thing going on, and she couldn't take that, so she put a hit on him.
Well, now that you said that was your aunt, was that his sister or
Yeah, she by blood, she was his cousin,
cousin? Right, right. She was
but
older
they
than
grew
your
up in the
aunt.
same. Yeah, no,
Oh,
they grew up in
okay.
the same. They grew up in the same house. Growing up, I knew her as my aunt
Okay, got you.
because they grew up in the same
Wow,
household.
that is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh God, I'm
And,
so sorry.
yeah,
Um,
yep.
oh,
So
yeah. So
yeah.
now, yes, right. Yeah, I know that's kind of heavy, right? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mean to
Yeah.
put and lay down on you,
It's,
but
I'll
yeah,
reconcile. It's okay.
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
just, you
Yeah.
know, I know that's hard to and you found how did you find this out? How did you know?
Well, because the guy who actually killed my dad, he turned himself in and told everything. And so
Wow.
we speak about memories. I remember being at the trial. I had to be about 9 by the time the trial
You
came through.
you was there at the trial?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It was a big case. Murder for hire, plotting the whole nine. And yeah, we'll get to that later. But yeah, it was a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I remember being at the trial. Everything came out, what it was about, or when it happened, how it transpired, everything. It was a big deal. It was a big
And you was
deal.
able to absorb even as a child at that age, you was able to absorb all this? Well, how much
Yeah.
okay, now just based off your memory at that time, at that age, you know, there's a lot of times people don't understand how much children are able to absorb and are aware. We are more aware than you think.
Yeah, I
And I
remember
said this before. Yeah.
my earliest memory of life is at 3 years old.
Mhm, mhm. I
Like
believe it. Yeah.
yeah, I remember being 3 years old at my aunt house, my dad's other sister, just going down the hall. From the country. My dad from the country,
Mhm.
and so I remember being out at my grandmother's Cecil house with my grandmother, my dad's mom, and she had like a lot of land out there. So I remember being out there as early as 3 years old. Like I remember that vividly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. I think that's amazing. So,
Hmm.
and that's why I'm saying that goes back because during one of my other interviews, I was mentioning about how we know more than you think as children.
Yes.
You know,
Absolutely.
so how much were you able to comprehend and
All of it.
absorb all of it? Wow.
All of it. Hmm.
And what do you
Like
take from that?
that's why I think that's why trust issues came in. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Because I remember my dad's funeral. Still to this day, the biggest funeral I've ever been to in my life. Like my dad was a good guy, man. Like just solid, solid. Great father, great husband. Just a great man. Just a great man, all across the board. He
oh
played
wow.
football. He played semi-pro football. I remember that vividly as well. Just all around great. To this point, my dad was such a good man that years later I went to high school. The coaches and things that coached him in football remembered him.
Remember him.
And,
Wow, that's
and
amazing.
yeah,
So that's a blessing, Sean. So I think that you should
mhm,
definitely be proud of the fact that he left the legacy, left
100%.
memories. So, that's something to be proud of. You stand on his shoulders. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's, rest in
Yeah.
peace to your dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but now that goes into my
Mhm.
next question about blended families because how
Yes.
did you how did you come to terms with transition from your mom grieving the loss of your father and
Uh-huh.
and getting a stepfather? Like how much of a hard time did you give him a hard time at first?
No, because what happened, so like I said, we struggled for years after my daddy died. It was about 3 or 4 years, but when you go from being okay to having to go to the hood, we had to live to the hood and everything. It's like it's kind of rough. So by the time my mom dated a couple dudes here and there, but it never stuck. My mom was a real honorable woman, and so when she met my stepfather, the fact that she introduced him to us, I kind of knew that he was a special kind of guy in the first place. And I think that in my young mind, I saw us go from struggling to us being back at the top again. So
Mm,
that in itself gave me a lot of respect for him. And he was a man's man, so he never forced his fatherhood on me, anything. He was just there for me. And over
gotcha.
time, I just fell into love him. And like he was a Renaissance man, so he's the first person I ever saw write a book. So I saw a real
Oh,
street
really?
guy writing books as
Oh,
well. Yeah, he
so
wrote a
you're the
book.
author as well?
No, my father, my stepfather. Yeah, he
Stepfather,
wrote a
right.
book called Black Gangster. He never published it though.
You never oh. Do you think he
Nah,
will? You know?
I'll do it for him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna,
yeah. I was
yeah, I'm
about to
gonna do
ask
it
that.
for him.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
because
I'm gonna do it for him.
yeah, you have that okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it for him.
Yeah, so let me ask you, because you mentioned that you
Hmm.
went from uncomfortable conditions, a little bit of a struggle and then you were able to level up once your
Right,
stepfather came into your life. So can you give us some comparisons of to what are some of the things that you have to deal with before that, before your
man.
stepfather, and then after, like, can you
Yeah.
um some of those reference points of like
Uh-huh.
what you have to go through?
Yes. So being the youngest, my brothers, like I grew up in the hip hop era too. So I came of age during hip hop. So if you didn't have the right shoes on, you weren't popping. If you didn't have the right,
Mhm.
clothes, you weren't popping. But ironically, my family always had love. So I didn't realize we were poor, for lack of a better word, because we always had love. We always made do. I had
Who
to wear
made
my brother.
What made you poor? Like, what some of the things that you like? I'm just wondering, like, what are some things you experienced?
Having to wear my brother's clothes.
Okay, hand me
You know what
downs.
I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah.
The hand me downs and having to roll the pants leg all the way up. You know, wearing this oversized windbreaker jackets and things like that. You know, we had the lights cut out a couple times, but again, it was always love. So we never, you know, it was just life for us. And being in the hood, we weren't the only ones living like that. So it wasn't like we was just ostracized. We just banded together.
Better
You
right.
know, yeah, we just banded together. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and that caused my brother to go into the streets early. So my brother
Mm-hmm.
started hustling. You know, I'm a product of I'm a third generation hustler. You know, my mom, my father, my brother, my sister. At some point, all of us got our money in the streets at some point. You know what I
That's the
mean?
point. Mm-hmm.
And so just going in, like my brother going out to the streets to make a way. I remember vividly, right? So my mother called herself buying some shoes for school for me. She did the best that she could. And I think they were like something called Masters of the Universe or something like that, right? And
He-Man?
my yeah, the shoes.
Yeah, He-Man. Yeah, Master Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And so my brother came home and was like, "What are those? You can't wear those." And so we lived on Atlantic Beach, which is like an all black town. And adjacent to our town was North Myrtle Beach on this side, and then Windy Hill on another side. And so I remember my brother had a 10-speed bike, and we took those shoes. I rode on the handlebars about 2 miles all the way to the shoe store for my brother to take those shoes back and give me the Nikes. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? And so that's kind of family we had growing up. We had to be on point, you
Wow.
know. hmm
And so how did you what are some of the ways that you leveled up?
Man. So my stepfather, like I say, I grew up in the streets, and so my stepfather at the top of the food chain. You know, he was what we would call a kingpin. And so we went from Nissan Sentras to Cadillacs,
Mhm,
Jaguars.
mhm.
My father owned a club, motel, just clothes, all the hottest clothes you could possibly think of. Always the first person with the new Jordans, that type of deal. Just a 180, total 180. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Pockets full of money at 14 years old, brand new
Mm.
car, no license, that type of deal.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah,
All right, I see. So, and what
yeah.
what did your stepfather do again? And what do you do? What did your
He
stepfather
hu-
do again?
he hustled. He
Oh, he's
hustled. He was in the
okay.
streets.
Okay. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
got it.
he was in the street. But you know, back then, it's not like nowadays where guys just want to hustle. That's that. Back in those days, they had to do something with the money. So
Right.
he had a club, had a
Yeah.
motel, had a car dealer's license. Just,
Keep it clean. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, try to clean it up that way. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause there's different ways
Uh-huh.
of hustling too. So that's just also, like, even though I understood your type of hustling with you and your family, but there's other
Right.
types of hustling.
I
There's,
got you, Sandra. Of
yeah,
course.
because
And that
like
was
my,
that was
'cause
drugs.
my dad, God rest his soul, my dad would be considered a hustler because he never really had a regular job. He sold clothes. He,
Right.
owned a restaurant. So he did that type of hustling.
Yeah,
So there's
yeah,
different
yeah.
ways.
Yeah, my father sold coke. He sold cocaine, heroin.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and so now, did he ever? Okay, because I know you say you owned a club, and what else? You said a club.
Club, motel, a club, motel, landscape or roofing company. Just any kind of way to clean the money up, really.
And so let me ask you this. So,
hmm
did he ever transition from the hustle side and then just focus on just
Yes.
just building those businesses the legal way? Did that ever come to that at some point?
He did, but you know the funny thing about the streets, this is why I write about it so much.
Yeah, that's
As
what I want
soon
to. I'm,
as
I'm enlightened.
yeah, as soon as you make that transition, that's when they come. So he moved back to Trenton, New Jersey, where he's originally from, and started his roofing. Well, he already had a roofing company, but he focused full time on the roofing company. And then the feds came and got him for some stuff way
Mhm.
back 20 years prior to that, and he ended up doing fed time. He caught 30 years initially, and then when the guidelines changed, he eventually got some of it knocked off, and he's home now.
He's home now.
He ended up doing like actually about the same amount of time I did, like 13, 14.
Oh, you did. Oh, okay. We're gonna get into that. Okay, you slipped that in
Mm-hmm.
there. Okay, yeah, we got to get into
Yeah,
that too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So now, when did he come home? When
He
was when?
came home 2014, I think. I came
Oh,
home
okay.
11, maybe he came home 13 or 14.
I know that was hard on your mom.
Yeah, my mom, man, my mom is the strongest woman I know. Like
Yeah.
literally, to lose a husband, to lose a son, to lose a daughter, to lose
Yeah.
a husband again.
Right.
To, like my mom is the strongest woman I know, hands
I,
down.
Do you know how she coped with all that? Did she share that with you? Her ways of just coping with everything and just, you know,
Sense of humor.
mm,
I mean, it wasn't easy. My mom, she's good now, alhamdulillah, she's good, but she went through it.
yeah, I
Like
can
just the
imagine.
stress of it all, just the mental stress, but she's just strong.
I'm
Like,
going yeah, Sean, I'm gonna be messy real quick.
you good?
So during the time that your stepdad was away, did your mom feel any void? Did, you ain't got to tell
I don't,
nobody. You ain't got to
I
tell
don't
nobody.
know.
It's between
Well,
you and me. To you.
well, here's the thing. I was gone.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
gone
You okay?
because
You was doing your thing.
yeah, I caught my time. No, I caught time. I went to
Are you
prison.
at are you around the same?
I went
Okay.
to prison before my father. I went to
Oh, you
prison
did.
before my father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Oh. What happened? Oh. Okay. Oh. Yeah. I shout out to you, Adam. Oh, I was about to tell him. I had to put on my board. I might go out and come back in. I was about to tell him that. I was about to tell him the guard to come back in. I was about to pull up my board. Okay. All right. Yeah. So he's going to go out and come back in. In the meantime, how's everyone doing? Shout out to everyone who's here. Um, make sure that as long as y'all respectful in this place, you're more than welcome to be here. Express whatever views you have, whatever opinions that you have, as long as they're respectful. Keep it cute, y'all. Keep it cute.
I'm
All
back.
right. You good? All right, there we
Yeah.
go. 'Cause I was about to put up my board. I was about to pull out my little I was about to put on my prop. It's I say go out and come back in. I was about to
Oh yeah,
you already did.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yep. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so so you were saying, do you remember you was talking about your mom and
Yeah, I was saying my mom.
I was being messy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom always been a lady though, so if she did, I would never know. She was
Oh,
always a
okay.
lady. Yeah,
Oh,
she
okay.
was, but I actually caught my time before my father did. I caught my time in '99. My father caught his time in '03.
Mm.
So I would never know. My mom, she's old school. She classy with it. What's sacred is secret, so I would never know.
Yes, yes. Well, that's good to know. Yeah,
Hmm.
you don't need to know. I guess you'll
Yeah,
tell you how to go folks business. Yeah.
yeah. I would never. And I love my pops, so I call myself out of my pops. I respect my dad, so she
Right,
don't.
right.
Yeah, she know I love my pops, so she would never expose that anyway. So
Yeah, right. No, I
yeah,
don't blame you. She shouldn't. No, she shouldn't. Yeah.
yeah.
So now when did you how old were you when you went in? I went because I want
21.
to establish a timeline. 21. Okay. Okay, bookmark that one. Okay, so now
Mm-hmm.
let me go back a little bit, Sean. I want to go back
Mm-hmm.
because I always like to talk about the elementary, junior high school years.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that. I always like to get into those stories of self discovery because a lot of people gloss over that phase
Mm-hmm.
of self discovery in elementary, junior high because that's when your puberty, your testosterone is
Yes.
going crazy. That's when you're
Yes.
attracted to girls or boys, whatever. No judgment. And you
Girls.
know
Girls.
Okay. You're humping in the staircase, you're just exploring
All
different
that.
things, all of that, right? So
Yeah.
what you're joining different clubs, I don't know, were you popular, were you a shy kid, were you to
Yeah.
yourself? So yeah, just give us some viewpoints
Yeah.
of the elementary, junior high school phase.
Yeah. My family has always been popular. I'm a Sinclair, right? And so my grandmother owned property. Her sister owned property. My grandmother had 13. Well, she had 12 kids, and she raised them.
Wow.
8 daughters, none of them virgins. So I had a bunch of cousins and
Hmm.
everything. So
Hmm.
we were all of us were popular. Like Sinclairs were very known around my way. So we were always
Oh,
very known. Hmm.
okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
so that was that community that you built. But okay, so
Yes.
and with all that, like, how was that? How did that, go into, like I said, the junior high and
Junior high
elementary
schools.
school?
You
Were you
know,
like what clubs you joined the clubs and how impactful was it, or was it impactful? Like, I just want to get some of your experiences.
I got you. Yeah, I've always started between two worlds, right? Because again, I came up in the era when like I hate to keep sounding cliche, but I came up in the era like a crack epidemic type deal. So
Yeah, yeah.
all of my peers, no, they were in the streets like that. But I have always been a brainiac. Like I love school. In my
Middle
early,
school. Okay.
yeah, I remember being in the fifth grade, skipping class to go to the library and read, like
Oh,
literally.
nice.
Yeah, and we had a so Myrtle Beach, Myrtle, the school I went to was North Myrtle Beach. And it's like predominantly white. Like our librarian was black. So Miss
Mhm.
Edge, I still got love for her to this day. She always saw something in me, so she would always make sure I get put in the best programs. I was in the gifted and talented programs, the gifted and
Nice.
talented classes, things like that. I've always been a bookworm. Like I've always loved to read, and I think my daddy instilled that in me. I've always loved to read. Always been a bookworm, and so
Yeah.
I've always
So
straddled two fences. Hmm.
nice. So were you in the talented gifted program, and did you ever feel pressured in that? Because I know sometimes when children they excel, they feel
Hmm.
pressure. Sometimes they have certain expectations that are not given to a lot of other kids because they're special. They're considered more special. So do you ever
Yeah,
feel pressured, to continue, like you couldn't like get a one bad grade, or you couldn't like mess up in certain areas? Did you?
yeah. I've always been self motivated. Nobody had to tell me. Like my mom, she encouraged me, of course, but I've always been self motivated. I just like to learn. I've always been very anal. I'm a Virgo, so maybe that took
Mhm.
early on. I'm a perfectionist, so I was always had
Ah.
my yeah, I always had my own pressure. Like I felt like it was necessary for me to make A's and B's. Anything less than that was uncivilized because it was easy. It was
Yes.
easy. Like school is easy to me.
Okay.
Yeah, it was easy.
Okay, I wish. All right, but yeah, before we continue, I have to shut out Miss Stevie. Yeah, she's in the she one of one of your neighbors, by the way. She's from South Carolina as well.
Okay, really?
Yeah, Miss
Hey,
Stevie. Yeah, he said, "Hey, Faith. Hey, I don't know if you see the comments or not,
I
but
can see him.
okay. Yeah, so yeah, that's my girl Miss Stevie. That's she's like one of my inspirations of doing this interviews thing, and I just been
Okay,
I've been in the groove ever since. So yeah,
good.
shout out to Miss Stevie. And so she said, yeah, Myrtle Beach. Come on,
Okay, that's what's
Miss
up.
Steve. Yeah.
Yeah, so she know about Atlantic Beach too, because when I say Atlantic Beach, I always specify that because a lot of people don't know the history of Atlantic Beach. It was the first, one of the only black beaches in the South, period. But
Mm.
we had our own black government. We still have it. Black government, black town council, black mayor. We're our own entity that's right between Myrtle Beach. So it's a historically black town. So a lot of
Oh,
people don't know that. Uh-huh.
oh, no, I didn't know that. Thank you for letting me know. I didn't know that either.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why we specify. People say, you from Myrtle Beach? No, no, I'm from Atlantic Beach. It's a difference.
There's a
Most
difference.
people know from Black Bike Week, but Murder Beach is all the same. We all fam. We
Your
family.
family, right? It's all
Yeah, we
community.
family.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we
That's how it's
family
supposed
though.
to be. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
yeah, we
but
family.
so all right. So we left off at the you being gifted and talented, but
Yes.
how did you interact? Like, what was just like how was your social circle at that time? We still on elementary, junior high
Yeah,
school.
I
How was
got you. I
your
got
social
you.
circle? Yeah.
I've always been a popular loner, quite honestly.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I've
got
always been a popular loner. Because like when I'm at school, my peers wouldn't be my peers back in the hood because I was always in the gifted talented program. So it's like I would have the specialized classes. We were going to field trips. I was in the band. I joined
Oh,
the band when I
really?
was in sixth grade. Yeah, I played trumpet.
I love it. Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
so music is like my first love,
Nice.
always. So I started
Oh.
rapping when I was like eighth grade, ninth grade. I started rapping,
Hmm.
and so I started doing music. I'm pretty good at it too. Yeah,
All right, nice. I love that.
yeah.
So now, as far as you socializing, did you feel any type of resentment towards other kids? Because sometimes when you are, again, going back to the time to
Mhm.
the gifted and being smart,
Right.
being smart was not cool. It was in certain schools, so they'll
Yeah.
always, project, the
Yeah.
insecurities on you, like you think you better, you think you are, So did you have that resentment from other children?
Nah. It's funny. Like growing up in the beach, because I'm from, like I said, I'm from Atlanta Beach, and it was known as the bad area. I think that I got positive reinforcement from my peers and my teachers because they saw it in me. I think that learning came easy to me, so I took it for granted at times. So whenever I would be in the gifted and talented programs, everybody kind of applauded me. Like only problem I had was with the girls. Guys would be jealous of me with the girls because the girls would like me, whatever, and they'd be jealous.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it.
What was it about you that they liked you? Do you know what was it about you that the girls liked? It was a
Maybe the
smile.
dimples. The dimples, yeah, the
Oh,
dimples.
yeah. All right, all right.
Yeah, the
Hi,
dimples.
how you doing, Jacqueline Alexander? Thank you for being here.
Hey,
Yes.
Jack.
So,
Hmm.
yes, yes. So, yeah, so going into that, like, what did you what was the self-discovery that you've had at that time? Do you remember? What was some of the areas of self-discovery that you had at that time?
These are great questions, by the way. I love it.
Thank you.
D. I think that, like I say, when I started doing music, when I was like maybe 12, 13, I started doing music. I started expressing myself through music. That was the first thing. And then again, around my way, it wasn't a lot of people doing it. And so that gave me a lot of, like a lot of popularity and things like that as well. So probably the music, but just honestly, I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't learn this till I went in the military when I was 18.
Okay.
So I didn't realize until I went into the military how monolithic my experience was. Like I
Mm,
thought that everybody lived like we did. You know what I'm saying? I thought everybody father sold drugs. I thought everybody, you know, messed with girls. I thought everybody did the things that we did. And only the time when I went in the military did I learn that wasn't normal. It was just like an incubator, man. Good, bad, or indifferent. My community embraced me. We embraced each other. You know what I'm saying? We were a close knit community. And so
so
I
important.
think, yeah, like
Yeah.
we didn't have a lot of insecurity that other people have, like, oh, the first black this and black people can't do
Mm,
that. We
mhm.
didn't have that because in our immediate circle, we had the black business owners, we had the black doctors, it was like Atlanta is now back then. Just a
Right, right,
smaller
right.
scale.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think about, you saying that, and it kind of makes me think of, the generational pushback, I should say, the generational
Yes.
pushback that we have. Because you
Hmm.
talk about your father, and I'm sure that your grandparents, a lot of people had careers. They had actually business, they were business owners. And then it
Business
became
owners.
when because make that when I was growing up in my childhood, my grandfather was a super, but then he was also up, he worked at the post office,
Right, right,
at
right.
the time as well. So you have a lot of Renaissance people. You said Renaissance, so
Yeah, Renaissance,
yeah,
yes.
so that is so key right there because we have so many people that we grew up as children. We grew up that had businesses and they had like
Yes.
industrial. They were very industrial. So I just wish we
Absolutely.
gotta bring those back. We gotta bring those back. They're there. They're out there. That's why I'm trying to bring them here. That's why this is
Yes.
one of the reasons why I have this platform, Sean. Let me just kind of give you a quick little snippet,
Okay,
tip
appreciate.
here. This is one of the reasons why I have this platform because I want to
Hmm.
highlight those individuals, those unsung people that don't really get the shine that they should. So
Yes.
that's one of the reasons why. And I do appreciate like you among so many other great people that I've interviewed with, that was able to shine bright on because I've gotten
Yeah.
from like people like creators like you. I had interview with someone, a sanitation technician, who
Yes.
happened to be a DJ. That was his passion.
Yeah.
Registered nurse. So I've and the registered nurse made Black history as well because he was the first black man, your black young man who graduated, from his nursing class ever
Right.
in his school.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so that isn't that amazing? So it's
Yeah,
just
that's crazy.
yeah, right. So I
Mm.
just wanted to kind of insert that real quick.
Yeah.
So back to
And I
you.
think it's important. And I think that's important, right? And that's why I'm so open with my story because I want people to know people who look like me. Because when I was growing up, I didn't see a lot of people who gone through the things I'm going through and came on the other side better. They
Mhm.
fell victim to it time and time again. So that's why I'm always very vocal about telling my story, whatever platform, how big, how small, in the middle. It's not about that. It's about the message. So I appreciate you
Yeah,
for
the
having me.
message. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Likewise, likewise. Yes. So now, so you gifted and talented in junior high,
Yes.
and so
Yeah.
you playing instruments. You playing the trumpet in the
Hmm.
band, and you're in, but you're like extrovert slash introvert. The way you basically what you
Yeah.
said. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Popular Lona.
you
Yep.
all popular, right? And so, did you hump in the staircase?
I did. Listen.
I
Listen.
just had to find out. I just had to
Listen.
know.
I have a 13-year-old now, right? I have a 13-year-old that's in school
Uh-huh.
right now, right? And listen, if he I just let's just say I lived. Like, bro, don't be nothing like I was back then. Cause I got it early and it never stopped. Yeah, I got it early and never stopped.
Yeah, you got you
Yeah.
got in early. That's funny. All right, so and then you said that your self-discovery, like the self-discovery
Yeah.
that you had, at that time was your love for music, that passion right
Yes.
there, and also your embracing your community, the fact that
Yes.
you was able to rely on that support system. So
Correct.
yeah, so I love that for you, by the way.
Hmm.
Now,
Thank you.
So now we're going to transition into high school. What high school did you go to?
I went to 4 different high schools
Wow. Why?
because we moved around a lot. So that's when
Oh.
I that's when I moved to Fayetteville, North Carolina, which is where my
Oh,
mom and
okay.
grandmother originally from. And Fayetteville changed because prior to that, like you mentioned earlier about was it cool to be smart? When I
Mhm.
moved to Fayetteville, it was really cool to be smart. That's who got the girls, the smart guys. And
Okay.
so I fit right in. Um, Fayetteville was real big on colleges and things like that. So that's when I started thinking about college and whatnot. But then I moved back to the beach my sophomore year, and then we moved to New Jersey my junior year. So I went to school in New Jersey as well. And then I came back to Fayetteville, but on the other side of town, I graduated from 71st in Fayetteville.
So you graduated, okay, in Fayetteville.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, given all those high schools you went to, like,
Hmm.
what stood out? What certain memories that stood out to you? Um, what what did you carry with you from elementary and
Yeah.
junior high school? What did you carry with you? And did you become more popular? Did you have any growth spurts? Were you still humping in the staircase? Did you
Look,
start
look,
full blow dating? Like just give me because I know the high school experience, and then especially with yours,
yeah.
because you went from one
Yeah.
high school to another. So please give us, and then you also had another level of self discovery because it's totally different from then.
Hmm.
You have a different
Absolutely.
type of self discovery. So share with us that time.
I just think that always humble through the staircase, unfortunately. That was a constant. But
Of course you did. Yeah,
but
it's
nah.
it's a smile. It's a smile and the dimples.
but I think that when I went to school in Fayetteville, that probably changed my perspective the most because like I said, so Atlanta Beach is primarily black and then like around us were real racist. But in Fayetteville, because of Fort
Really?
Bragg, oh yeah, Myrtle Beach is real racist, yeah, definitely. But moving to Fayetteville, because of Fort Bragg, there you have so many different nationalities, like Koreans, Japanese, Germans. So it's not as racist. It's like you're just people. You know what I'm saying? Like you might see people might look white, but they're not.
Got
And
you.
like I said, they're really, really big on education. Like the girls in Fayetteville, they're like back then they ain't like no dummies. Like you can't even talk to a girl if you're a dummy.
Mm-mm.
And they were so focused, like going to college and things like that. It was just a different environment. When I went to school in Jersey, it was different. Like they ain't care nothing about school, man. We had metal detectors at
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
I had to walk to school for one. Like down south, if it snowed, they shut school down. In Jersey, you just walk
Oh
in
no, you
this.
don't. Oh, you
Yeah,
trucking it. Oh yes,
you
yes,
walk. I'm walking to school in the snow,
yes. Oh yes, yes.
and
School be
like
open. Yeah.
yeah, it's open. And then in Jersey, I tell you one thing I did notice in Jersey. Like down south, they always want you to go to school. They own you, can't leave. In Jersey, the principal will be like, "Look, if you don't want to be here, go." And they'll just leave out and go. They'll just leave. I'm like, damn.
That
Like
sounds
you
about right.
really, yeah. So if you go to school in Jersey, because you want to be there, and so that was
Mm.
my biggest. And then Jersey school was like right, because Trenton only had one high school, Trenton Central High. So well, for us anyway, we might have some private schools, but Trenton Central High was a high school, so it was different, man. They smoking weed in school, like because the school is in the hood.
Wow,
They
you.
got they got radio, like remember the radios on the boom
Yes,
box?
you give me
Had those in
memories.
school.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we had those in school. I'm like, dude, like it's crazy. That part was
Yeah, I
crazy.
know, right? I tell you. So, what made you decide to go straight into the military? What prompted that?
So I've always dated older women, by the way, at that
Okay.
time. And so my first son's mother, she became pregnant with him. And so by this time I graduated high school and I was in the streets just doing what knuckleheads do on some knucklehead activity, getting money doing that. But I didn't see a future in it. And so I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna be the kind of man my dad was for me, I gotta do better. And so I left the streets cold turkey, went into the military to provide a better life for my unborn son at the time. And that was
Got you.
that.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
know what you talking about, the hustler's life, and then we're going to get more into
That's fine.
your time away and stuff like that because that makes me
Hmm.
think of Silk White. I don't know if you are familiar with Silk
I know
White.
Silk. That's my guy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. And
Yeah, that's my
so
guy. He
so
Virgo
he
too.
shared he's Virgo too.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah, but I really enjoyed my sit down with him because
Hmm.
he got into how he dropped out of high school, and went into,
Hmm.
but actually he was on the run for a while, and
On the
then
run.
he got caught up, and like you got caught up in a sense, and so he did
Hmm.
his time, and then it was up from there. Like once he you
Yeah.
know once he was knew. that he had to be, he had to kind of have this level of atonement once he took
Yes.
accountability and he did his time and he wrote Tears of a Hustler, during
Right.
that
Yeah.
time
Yeah. We came from the
because
book
he had a
world.
plan, right? Because because you guys had a plan set because he knew
Absolutely.
because once you knew you got caught up and you knew that you had a child on the way, you know,
Yep.
you knew during that time that, okay, now I gotta step up. I gotta step this up once I
Correct.
get out. So yeah, so that and then me think of make me think of Silk White. Shout out to him,
Yeah.
by the way. Yeah,
Yeah. Shout
so
out Silk. That's my guy.
yeah. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
but going back to you, so you went to the military because you knew
Mm-hmm.
there was nothing else out there at the time, and you wanted to make
Yeah.
sure that you not only just get the topic you wanted to fight for your country or whatever the reason
Right.
was, but you wanted to make sure that you had some stability and some government funding for your family.
Correct. Benefits. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
right?
Benefits. The
Yeah,
benefits.
benefits,
Yeah.
exactly, the benefits,
Yeah.
exactly. It's so
Yep.
now, so okay, let me ask you there because you said that you had a
Mm-hmm.
child on the way. Um,
Mm-hmm.
now, as far as you and your son's mother, how was your co-parenting situation at that time compared to now?
Man. Wow. I, I make it a personal point to never ever disparage any of like my son's mothers at all,
Okay.
because that's
Mhm.
particularly her,
Right.
because
Right. Mhm.
she was there regardless of what, she was there standing in the gap when I wasn't. So I always got to give respect for that regardless. But at the time we were good. You know what I'm saying? We were good. I went to Germany. I stayed in Germany. I was going to marry her and bring her to Germany with me and do the family thing. But I wasn't ready. I was young, so I wasn't ready for that. And when I came back to the States, we talked about that. So we agreed to co-parent. And so what happened, while I was still in the military serving, some old stuff happened when I used to be doing the street thing. They charged me for some other stuff.
Oh, they got caught up. Mhm.
Yeah, I got caught up. And so when I went away, she and I, we were cool at first, but I had a lot of time. I had a lot of time. And so she moved way up north, and I was doing my time down south. So naturally, we didn't keep in contact during that time. And our relationship became strained, but we're good now. Yeah, we're
And
good.
and I
Yeah.
and I know that affected your son, even though he was young at the time. He
Yeah.
was still a baby.
Yeah.
You
Like,
know.
listen, like the way I'm a dad, like the dad is the highlight of my life because of my dad. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
my son was 2 when I went away, but I had him like, I mean, we raising him. So me not being there for him is one of the regrets I have in life. Still to this day. I don't have many regrets, but that's one.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah,
I
that's
totally
one.
understand. I totally
Hmm.
understand that, and I'm going to bookmark that too.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I
Yeah.
said, because it's very significant because of the relationship
Yes.
between you and your son. I want to make sure that I have those key factors when it comes to, your regrets back then of you not being totally present, even though he was young at that
Yes.
time, but that's still your child, so I get it.
Right.
And also, kind of like, I want you to kind of guide us towards the steps towards, that connection that you have. But
Yeah.
like I said, that's later on. We're gonna get to
Okay,
that.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, now going back to you being in the military. Thank you for your service, by the way.
Thank you.
Um, yeah, appreciate that. That's I take it for granted. Yeah. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. Now you went from the service and so you got caught up, and so what was that like? You got this family.
Hmm.
You got this family, and then you trying to step up in the military, but your past catches up with you
Yeah.
just because you are reformed, just because you're trying to do better, doesn't
Correct.
mean that you're not gonna, get some consequences. So
Yeah,
those
you gotta come
consequences
back.
came. Yeah, the consequences came to you, and so
100%.
yeah. So what was that experience like for you when you went from military and then jail? Like, can you give us that
Yeah.
experience as far as that goes, the jail
I
time?
think I think it's important for me to note, right? The military is probably one of the biggest factors that changed my life as a whole because prior to the military, I had a stinking thinking kind of mindset. You know what I mean? I didn't realize it. But the military taught me discipline. It taught me, man, discipline is one of the biggest things you have in this life, but it taught me vision. It broadened my horizons, let me see the world
Yes.
beyond my block. And then I traveled. I had been to like 14 different countries before I went to prison. By the way,
Really?
yeah, I think it may shut. I'll come right back in. I see my Instagram thing saying something about this and shut, but if it does, I'll come right back in. Just a heads
Oh,
up.
oh, okay, okay, got you.
Yeah. But yeah, I had been to 14 different countries before I went to prison. And
Wow.
so if you couple, and even the streets, I had traveled all up and down the East Coast. So by the time I went to prison, I had already reformed myself, like literally formed myself. And I was about to pen on E5 in 3 years.
Oh,
And
you
by
was
comparison,
E5? Oh, that's
I,
sergeant, right?
yeah, I was about to in 3 years, but I got flagged. But
Mhm.
by comparison, that typically takes 6 years. You see what I'm saying?
Right, right.
But as a whole, to answer your question, the military prepared me for prison because it's all institutions. They're all ran the same way.
That's
They
true.
have a
That's true. That's
hierarchy.
true. You're right. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
The structure of it all. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's
It's a
true.
hierarchy.
Yes, yes.
It's a
That's
hierarchy. It's a chain of command. And then I was deployed. I went to Bosnia during the Balkans campaign, so I had been deployed. So to me, prison was I ain't gonna say what nothing, but my mind was already
it was
strong.
something that you adjusted to because you already had that,
Correct.
that structure. Right. You already had that flow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I went from one institution to another. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and so even in prison, like the military helped me become disciplined, and so that discipline helped me get through prison because prison doesn't rehabilitate you. You have to do it yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. So the self motivation that the army taught me, I applied that in prison. The discipline, I applied that in prison. Of course, the defense, if need be, all
Oh
of
yeah.
that was there.
Yeah. That part.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But
so
the
what is
biggest
oh sorry.
mental, well, the biggest thing was the mental part. It strengthened my mind. The army strengthened my mind, so nothing can break me.
Mm. Yeah, so it's
Hmm.
yes, okay. So it's like, what is I forgot I forgot the motto. I forgot that phrase that they say.
Like your hair
Something about the
too.
mind. Oh, thank you.
Uh,
Yeah, thank you. So it's the mind, something about the mind. Help me,
can't trap my
Sean.
body. Oh, trap my body, but can't trap my mind.
Right, right, right.
Yeah,
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 yeah, that type of thing. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Mind over matter too. That's what it is.
Mind over
Mind over
matter.
matter. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And so now, how long were you away?
13
13
years.
years. And
But
so
I got my case overturned on my seventh, going into my eighth year. I had my conviction reversed based on self defense, but they appealed it, so I ended up finishing up my whole sentence.
Oh,
So
okay. Oh, so they appear. Oh, you able to get that done? Oh, really?
yeah, yeah, I got so there's right and wrong, and then there's the law, right? From a
Okay.
legal standpoint, I was innocent from a legal standpoint, but I've in total transparency, total autonomy, I take full responsibility for what I did. That's one of my other regrets. I don't have many regrets in life, but those no, those regrets. But from a legal standpoint, I was,
Oh,
I
so
got
how?
overturned.
But wait a minute. But enlighten me on that, Sean, because you're saying that but illegally you were doing illegal stuff. So how was that?
Yeah, so what I went to prison for was a shooting, and it,
Oh.
yeah, it was self-defense. Someone was trying to shoot me, and
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Oh, so
and
that's what you was
so
charged for.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Got okay.
Hmm. And I don't really speak much about it because that affected people's life, and I don't want to be insensitive
Got you.
at
Got you.
all.
Got
I
you.
mean, like I said, I take full responsibility for my part in that. I've since atoned the best way I can. The best apology is change behavior,
Yes.
and so that's a part of why I'm so adamant about staying positive and things like that because I can't change what happened.
Right. But you
But
atoned.
but I can be better. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
I can't change what happened in the past, but all I can do is be better so it won't happen again. And if I can help somebody else from not doing that again, then I've done my part.
So did yeah, and I'm proud of you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm proud of you for that. Now, did you do the silk right thing and start writing in prison? But
I
that was like
did.
you did
I
okay. Well,
did. I
tell us that.
did.
Tell us about that. Yes,
Yeah, yeah. So when I was in prison, right, I noticed that when I would tell, because in prison, that's all we do is tell stories. Like
yes,
that's all we do is tell war stories. You know what I'm saying? And when I would tell my stories, people wouldn't believe it. They would think I'm lying. Because like I said, I had been to 14 different countries. I lived in Jersey, North Carolina, South Carolina, military, streets, everything. And people are like, man, that's not true. So I got tired of telling my story. And so during this time, that's when like the Black Renaissance had came about again with Sister Soldier, Terry Woods, all the Star Wars. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of just telling my story. And then I had a lot of time to do. So I was doing music before I went to prison as well, simultaneously while I was in the army. I had a chance to get down with Sony back when I was in Germany or whatever, but it
yes.
didn't go out.
Okay,
So I'm like, you know what? If they're not gonna believe me, I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna sell the story. You're not gonna believe me, I'm gonna sell it.
right,
And
right.
so I just
Yeah.
started writing books. I started writing books. So I wrote like 3 chapters in one night, and then I took it down the next morning. I wrote it by hand, by the way. And so,
Wow. That yeah. Oh wow. By hand back then.
yeah,
Yeah, everything was by hand back
yeah,
then. What book was that?
ironically enough, that's street rap,
Uh, oh,
street
oh,
rap.
oh, street rap.
Hmm.
Okay. Yes.
And
Yes.
that's the one closely based on my life. Street rap is.
Oh, that's more
So,
okay. Okay.
yep. So
Good
I
to
took
know.
it out. Yes, I wrote it. I wrote like 3 chapters, just writing. I kept telling everybody, I could write. I could write. Like whatever. And so I wrote 3 chapters. I took it downstairs the next morning to one of my guys in the pod. I'm like, yo, check this out. He's like, man, who wrote this? I'm like, me. He's like, man, he didn't write this. So he passed it around. And before the day was over, everybody had read those 3 chapters. Like, man, go ahead and keep writing. That's all I need. I kept writing and writing and writing. So I wrote that first book in like a month. And I
Yep.
wrote it 300 pages in a little notebook.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's amazing. So let me ask
Yeah.
you, like, were you afraid at the time that someone was going to steal your work from you and try to profit off it or something?
Nah, but that did happen to me later on.
Okay, oh, okay. But
Yeah.
but at that time, no, because
No, I wasn't.
people take full advantage while you're in prison. That's why I was asking, like, whether or not
Yeah. Well, at the time, I was just writing. That was my catharsis. So I really wasn't worried about it like that. I wasn't doing it for money. I didn't realize there was money in it at the time. I was
Right,
just,
right. You just
yeah,
express yourself on paper. Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
and passing the time, and just being block claimers, because
Okay. Okay.
yeah, everybody was like, man, this is good. So before you knew it, people from other dorms were starting to come try and read the book and everything. I was like, I got something here. So by the time I came home, I had 10 books written already.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah, I had 10, but I still got books right now I hadn't put out. Literally.
So let me ask you, Sean. So were you self-published?
I did well. I published my first book, Forbidden. I got I was going to say record deal. I signed a book deal my last year inside. And supposed to got an advance, whatever. So by the time I came home, that deal petered out because who I signed with had a bigger deal. And so they just kind of let that go. But prior to that, I had been studying the game for a long time, like studying the publishing game for a minute. So when I came home, I gave that particular publisher like a year to put my book out, and it didn't go through. And so I started my own publishing company, which is Pen to Pen.
Pen to
And
pen. Oh, okay.
I started just to put my books out initially. So I dropped Forbidden first, then I dropped Skin Deep, and then maybe like I sold 30,000 copies of that
Wow. That's
independently.
wow.
Yeah.
Independently. Wow. See, that is
Hmm.
amazing. No middleman,
Yeah.
no, publishing,
Nah.
just all on your own. And by
Yep.
the way, Pen to Pen is his company, and that
Yes.
information is in the description box underneath this video. So make sure you
Yes.
check out all his information. All Sean's information is in the description box, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But that is amazing. So when you got, let me ask you this, if you can remember, Sean, what is like the first thing you did when you got out? Oh God. Oh, you humping again? You started
So
humping.
look, so my youngest son, mother, I have two. My oldest son's probably 30, and my other son 13. But then I have, but so my other son, Supreme, his mother, I met her when I was in prison. She worked at the prison I was at.
Oh, okay.
And so she met me, when I came home, she's the first person I saw, you
Mm,
know.
mm.
But other than that, I ate some good food. Yeah, ate
What
some
you
good
eat?
food. I don't eat meat, so I ate some seafood. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Okay.
yeah, I ate seafood.
You got a fan here. You got a new fan here.
Thank you so much. Tell her go to
Yes.
pen-to-pen multimedia.com. She get them
Yes. You see that? You
autographed.
hear that, Jacqueline? Yes. I'm Pen to Pen, and like I said before, the link is going to be in the description box. So
Yes,
thank you for your support, Jacqueline.
thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So he said so. Yes. So yeah, food and sex. That's a good combination right there. I mean, I can't get
Absolutely.
mad at you. No, I can't get mad at you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you had okay. So your son is 13. So yeah. So so when you got out what in 2017?
11. 11. I got 11. My
Oh,
oldest son
okay.
30. My oldest son 30. He'll be 30 this
Okay.
year.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let
little
me.
Sean, he'll be 30.
I'm sorry. My math ain't math. Okay. My bad.
It's all
Okay.
good.
All
Yeah.
right. All right.
I started young.
Yeah. No. Hey. It beats all. Beats
Yeah,
all.
little Sean be 30 this year. And
Yeah.
Supreme
How's he
just turned
doing?
13.
Yeah. How's he doing?
He's good. So it's
Yeah.
funny, circling back around to his mom, little Sean's mom. It was even with little Sean, when I came home, he was 15. And so, like I say, man, because of my daddy, the highlight of my life is being a dad. And so when I came home, little Sean was 15. And so I had to rebuild that relationship as well because at two,
Okay, thank you. Because I was just about to take you there.
yeah,
Remember, I said we was going to
yeah,
bookmark that. I was
yeah,
just about to go there. Yeah.
he didn't remember me. Little Sean didn't remember me.
Right, right. Because he
So
was so young. So
yeah,
let me paint the picture here because I want to make
yes,
sure that we establish the chronological order here. From you
yes,
going in, he was baby
hmm,
at the time, and I know it was hard for for his mom as well. And
right,
I wanted to I wanted you to give the audience like some of the step by steps of from the time that you before you went away,
uh
during,
huh.
and then after. I want to like
Okay,
see
perfect.
how that process went.
Yeah. So when he was born, like I say, everything I did from the time I knew he was being born, everything I did in that point was so I could be there and be a father for him, be a dad for him. And so, of course, that didn't work. The best laid plans. I ended up going to prison. And so his mother and I, like my first year in, my family is always a big support system. But I think that I can't speak for her, so I can't. I don't know. I just know that over time, she and I kind of lost contact. She would still send me pictures and whatnot. I'm grateful for that. But we kind of lost contact. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, we lost contact. And so my family was still trying to do what they would do as well. But when I came home, the first thing I did was like I got a job by the grace of God. I signed a book deal before I came home, so I had a little bit of money. But then I had to come home and build it from scratch again. So I had got a
Right.
job. I came home, my brother-in-law, my sister. Man, listen,
Yeah.
so many times along the way, people help. But my brother-in-law and my sister, they allowed me to come stay with them fresh out. And so they wouldn't take money, they wouldn't take anything. My brother-in-law helped me get a job with him. And like 4 or 5 months, I was back on my feet. You know what I mean? But immediately, probably like I came home August 1st. September 15th, I was sending my son checks.
Get out.
Yeah, I
Wow.
don't play that. Like I'm a dad. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a man. Let me say I'm a man. And part of being a man is being a dad. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes. And
And
so how
so
was your oh, sorry. Okay. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead. You're
I'm
fine.
sorry. Yeah. So now I was going to ask you, did your son initially have any resentment towards you? Was there
Of
any anger
course.
there? Of course.
Of
Okay.
course.
And
Yeah, of
so
course.
how, because I know that's what I'm saying. That right there I want to touch
Yeah.
upon.
Yeah, I'm getting
Yeah.
there. I'm getting there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So it's funny. So when I came home, we would talk a little bit, but you could tell there was some resentment there. So I was living in Carolina, he was living in Connecticut. And so
Oh, okay.
yeah, so because when I was going, she had moved to Connecticut prior to me going to prison, actually, but then she stayed up there while I was in prison. And so I'm still doing my part with her. I'm trying to establish a relationship. I know I can't come home and just be like, I'm your daddy. I wasn't there, but I'm still your daddy. So
Right. Mhm.
so I remember when I came home, he and I were on the phone having a conversation, and he hung up on me.
Wow.
So that might have been like a Tuesday. That Thursday, I was in Connecticut. Like, listen, this is what we're gonna do. What you're not gonna do is this. And so I went up to see him, and I was on paperwork. I wasn't supposed to leave the state, but no, I'm going to see that. You're not gonna disrespect me. And so I pull up on him, and it wasn't on some rah rah stuff. It was like, look, here I am. And so I spent like a week up there with him. And from that moment on, man, we've been cool. I let him know, look, I understand you have resentment. I wasn't there. I apologize. And I explained to him why I went away and all of that. You know what I mean? He was under false impressions of certain things that weren't true. So I clarified that. And initially we were good. And then when I had my younger son, my other son, he I think he had a little
Totally
more
different.
resentment again.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Because it's different now. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
it's different type of, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it
Because
was
he
a
has
journey.
more, yeah, yeah. Because your younger son has more of a presence, more of your presence than you
Correct.
do. So of course that was some resentment there. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but not for nothing. Remember, I said I was back on my feet like 4 or 5 months after coming home. And, I called his mother like, look, you did your part. I appreciate it, but let me get little Sean now. I got him. He's 15. He needs a dad now, and that didn't go well. And so he ended up,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, that didn't
But
work out.
he didn't come stay with me then. But she let him come for the summer. We started building
Right,
relationships like
right.
that. And when he was 18, he came to stay with me for the first time. And yeah, he was raised different, so we clashed.
Of course.
Yeah,
That's bound to happen.
yeah, we clashed.
Right.
But
But
then,
lucky ones. But at some point, cooler heads prevail. At some point, right?
yeah, so now we golden. Like that's my guy. Like we
Yeah.
cool. And the funny thing is, he had a lot of resentment or whatever, but everything that he does is the same thing I did. Like he does music now too.
Nice.
And funny, I didn't raise him, so that's in the blood.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
right? Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
that's in the blood.
Yeah, and I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear it. So before
Yeah.
we get to your career, Sean, I want to
Uh-huh.
get a little bit into your how you grieve. Because you talked about how you lost, you know, um
Yes.
your siblings and
Hmm.
your father. So can you walk me through your grieving process if there was one?
Haven't gotten through it yet.
Never gone through. Okay.
So my brother, so let me say, my brother passed away whenever I was in prison. Um, and like other than my father, other than my daddy, I should say, my brother was my other hero. Like my brother was, you know, that's my like that. And so, um, what sent me to prison was something dealing with him. And so he never supported me during my bid. So I had a lot of resentment until he got sick. You know, my
Mm,
mother didn't raise us like my mother raised us tight. And so I had some resentment for him. And when he got sick with the cancer, because he passed with the cancer. So when he got diagnosed, I was trying to reconcile that, like, like bygones be bygones, just get better. But he never got a chance to turn the corner.
mm,
So when he passed, I had a lot of grief built in because it's like woulda, coulda, shoulda. We were kind of on bad terms, not bad terms, but we weren't where it's supposed to be. And so for a while, I couldn't even look at a picture of him.
mm.
It was hard, but I eventually kind of reconciled that part of it. But my younger sister, man, I don't know. That's like a piece of me I'll never get back. That's her on
Yeah.
my arm. Yeah, that's her.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm a tattoo.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that
I'm.
hit that I know that
Yeah,
really hit home for you, yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
because my sister. So my sister Sherelle, like she held me down throughout my whole bid. I did like 13. That stuff was hard. That was
You
hard.
did? Yeah, yeah.
And so she held me down. Like she would come see me. We've always been tight, but during my bid, she really, really, really came through for me and just held me down. So we had a bond. Both of my sisters, honestly, both of my sisters, like they held me down throughout my bid. We had a bond that was like that was different. You know what I'm saying? Like both of my sisters played different roles in my life. My oldest sister, she my second mom.
Of course,
So
yes, yes.
yeah, she and her husband they held me down as well. And my younger sister, we're just different. So I'm still grieving that. Like
Yeah.
I'll probably never get over that.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
understand, but you
yeah.
cope with it. I mean, you try to cope with the best way you can,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
I'm better. I
Yeah.
will say I'm better about it now. I don't cry like I used to. 'Cause
Right,
I used
right,
to, I used to cry all the time. God, I used to cry all the
right.
time.
And
Yeah.
and and right, and that's nothing wrong with that at all. You should. You're
Hmm.
supposed to. You're supposed to.
Yeah.
So don't listen to those men that be saying that men or boys not supposed to
Mm.
cry. No, don't
Well,
listen
like
to them. Don't listen to them. You're supposed
no,
to.
I'm like a
Let it all
baby.
out. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm like a baby. I
Don't
let it go.
don't listen to those people out there. Don't listen to them out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, your emotions are very.
Hmm.
'Cause I know people. It's a new thing nowadays when people say, "Why are you so emotional?" Just because you're expressing yourself, you got to be emotional now.
Right.
Whatever. But
Right.
hey, if you want, if you feel like expressing myself and really letting you know how I feel about
Yeah.
something's emotional for you,
Correct.
okay, have at it. Okay.
I
Yeah.
think emotions. I think emotions are regular. You
Yeah.
just have to control your emotions. Don't let your
Yes.
emotions control you. I say.
Yes. Yes. That's true.
Look.
Absolutely. I agree. Okay, there you
Hmm.
are. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
All
good. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So, but thank you for sharing that part of your
You're
journey,
welcome.
and hopefully it will get better. You get through it. And what is your
Yeah.
what is your spiritual belief, by the way? Before I
I'm
continue, I always
Muslim.
want to make sure.
I'm Muslim.
Uh,
I'm
okay,
Muslim.
Muslim. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. So I want to make sure I
Hmm.
respected that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't like to. I am. I don't like to. People start putting certain conditions on you when they know that. But yeah, I'm Muslim.
no. I
Yeah.
always want to establish that during my interviews because I always
Yes.
respect one's belief system, even if I may
Yes.
not agree with everything, but I
Right.
always respect
Yeah.
one's beliefs.
Yeah. And
Yes.
incidentally, I was Muslim well before prison. I wasn't one of the guys who became Muslim in prison. In fact, I became an ordained minister of the Christian faith when I was in prison. I
Oh,
studied.
really?
Yeah, I studied religions. So I'm not just. I
Right.
studied religions. Yeah, that was
Not
my thing.
not
Okay.
you're not just talking about it. You are about it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I
I like
studied them.
that.
I studied Christianity. I studied Islam. I studied Buddhism. I studied Rastafarianism. I studied them all.
Oh, good to know. Good to
I had
know.
to cleanse my soul. You know.
Yeah, but no, but that's good to know though because it helps because I'm trying to hopefully I'll be getting some panels in the future
Yes.
on my platform. So when we talk when those particular topics come up, I will definitely reach
Yeah.
out to you and hopefully you'll be
Absolutely.
on to discuss those things. So yes,
Hmm.
yeah. So I'm glad you told me. Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
yeah. So now, going into your career, we talked
Yes.
about you being an author and how that journey
Yes.
went. So how are we
Hmm.
going to you becoming a filmmaker? You know,
Great question.
award winning.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
got.
So yeah. So whenever anytime I write my books, I've always seen them as movies. If you read my books, they're very descriptive. Everyone says that they read like movies. So when I came home, I said, I'm going to move to Atlanta and turn my books into movies. And that's what got me down here. My initial plan was to come down here and go to film school.
Okay,
But, you know, in Atlanta's a different kind of place. You just got to know the right things, know the right people. And
that's true.
I'm,
That's true. And Atlanta was hot. I mean, Atlanta was Hollywood.
yeah,
At that time,
yeah,
it was like, even
uh,
a little bit before. I mean, Tyler Perry just kind of just put a stamp on it, but even
right,
before then, it was
yeah,
before it was New York and LA. Before and then
yep,
it became New York, LA, Atlanta. Now it's New York, LA, Atlanta, Detroit. So yeah,
Detroit, yeah, Detroit, yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
yeah, but
I ran
yeah,
through Detroit too. I've been through Detroit too.
yeah.
But I just like so. Atlanta is different in the sense that if you have a vision, you can do anything you want to do. Vision and discipline, and you can do anything you want to do. And Atlanta is
Yeah.
one of those kind of places. It's an incubator for talent. And it's an
Yes.
incubator. You just can't get caught up in the riffraff. You gotta stay focused. But
Yes.
so Miss Winston, so a lady by the name was Winston Sinclair,
Listen to
may God brighten her face. So she had a book. She cast it, All Eyes on Me, Belly, and all that. She's a very well known. And so incidentally enough, when I was down here running my publishing company, Miss Winsome, she was in the film game already. And so long story short, she agreed to mentor me in the film game if I mentor her in the publishing game. And so
Oh,
that was and that
one
was
hand
my
washing the
foray.
other. Okay.
Absolutely. And
Mhm.
so, a week later I was on set and just soaking up the game. And I'm self-taught with a lot of my stuff. So it's all about learning how to do certain things. So I had did my first documentary, Power of the Pen, back in 2018, 19 or something like that. I moved to Atlanta, got Miss Winsome. She plugged me in the right places. And then from there, I just started studying how to be a director. Because I used to think the director was the guy on the camera. Nah, that's your DP.
Yeah,
The
yeah, no.
directors.
So much, so many
Hmm.
layers, so many layers.
So many layers. And so, like anything, I dove head on into it and just learned it. A lot of trial and error, a lot of mentorship, but I just found my way. And I shot my first film in 2020 called The Setup.
Uh, did I? Because you know what, Sean, forgive me for this because
It's
I know
cool.
I'm more than likely seen your work, but I don't remember a
Uh,
lot of the titles. That's because
yeah,
I'm a Tubi fanatic. I ain't gonna.
dope.
I'm not
Yeah, I love
ashamed.
it.
I'm not ashamed. You know,
Yeah.
but because so many movies I watch, I don't remember the names.
Hmm.
But I did
Eric.
watch both. I did watch Mogul. I'm waiting for the
Yes.
next season. And then
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
did watch Sugar Baby.
Yeah.
I did watch
Yeah,
that.
Lance. Yeah. BT.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. So
Lance Gross.
Lance
Yeah.
Gross. Yes, yes, I
That's
did watch
fire.
that. Yeah, make sure you check out Shaun Sinclair's movies. All you got to do, type in his name in the search bar,
Hmm.
and his stuff will come up. You guys. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, but yeah,
Thank
but
you. Thank
take
you.
us more to your journey though, because like I said, your
Yep.
journey into putting your pen into film. Yeah. So yeah, I want
Yeah.
to get more into that.
So I had a mentor with that. When I did the setup, it was pretty dope. I didn't know what I was doing at this. I knew what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know the game like I know. I know how to tell a story. Like I know that part. So you gotta know what your strengths are, and then be honest about your weaknesses, so you can strengthen them as well. And so I knew how to tell a story. I just had to learn the format. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And like so many things in my life, God stepped in and put the right people in my life. So I had a mentor who actually taught me how to write scripts. Actually, before that, the brother Dutch, brother Dutch, his name is Kwame T. He wrote the Dutch series. He wrote
Oh. Oh.
yeah.
Which one? Dutch and what else?
He wrote all the Dutches. He
Oh, the
wrote the
Dutch.
books.
Yeah.
Dutch.
Oh, Dutch. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he wrote Dutch. He wrote Dynasty. He wrote a bunch of them. He's a legend in the book game. And
Mm-mm.
so a brother by the name of Alistair D. Banks, he's an author as well. He connected us. And Kwame read one of my books called Forbidden. And he was like, look, man, I'm gonna turn this to a script. I'm gonna show you how to do this.
I remember.
And so yeah, so we're literally on the phone and he's talking me through how to write the script. And that was the first script that I wrote. So shout out to Kwame for that, man. And
Big
then
shout out.
once you I'm the kind of person, once you show me one time, I'm gonna learn it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so I went back studying. I got all the screenplay books, and yeah, thank you. I went and started
Thank you,
writing.
Jacqueline. Thank you so much, Jacqueline, for your
Thank you.
support. Please come back. Yeah, please come back.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and so from there I got one of my mentors. She's 30 years in the game. I think she just saw my talent and saw my drive, and she taught me how to write scripts as well. And so from
Wow.
there, yeah, and I
And
was there.
it was up from there.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
up from there. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, hopefully, when you do come back to the platform, Sean,
Yes.
I want to get more into the screenwriting process because I'm really fascinated
Yes.
about how the filmmaking.
Hmm.
I know the creative side of things, so I want to get more into that.
Okay.
But due to time constraints, we're gonna pin that
Of
one.
course.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So now you become an author. You are now
Hmm.
a filmmaker. So
Yes.
how are you processing all of this? And I know it's like so much going on and
It's all
between
good.
with your career, your
Hmm.
personal life, and so how are you processing it? How you juggle it? How do you do with the work life balance situation? Like how do you like just kind of incorporate it into this one phenomenal
It's
thing?
not. It's
Yeah.
not. Everybody always say about work-life balance, but what I found, and maybe to a detriment, but it's no work. When you want to be where I'm
Yeah.
striving to
So much.
get,
Yeah.
there is no work-life balance. I try to balance out my children, family, whatever, but it's hard. I'm just blessed to be in a position where like my children and their mothers, they kind of support me in a way like they know where I'm at with it. So they know where I'm focused and they give me the leeway for that. Outside of that, I got my mom, my sister, everything else is
And
secondary
that's
to
a
that.
blessing. That's such a
Yeah.
blessing, I mean,
Yeah.
that you're able to maintain that. And also, can you kind of walk us through like I know you said that you just
Yes.
finished filming, so can you give us a little bit of what you got going on? I know you can't give us too much.
Yeah, yeah. Now
Yeah.
I'm in pre-production on I'm turning one of my books into a movie as well. Because I have 18 books out. So they
Wow,
already have their built-in audience.
oh wow, is that many?
Yeah.
Wow, my mom probably read some of your books too, because my mom is such
Yeah.
an avid reader.
Oh, really?
My mom is I wish I could read as
Mhm.
much. I just was telling her this last night. So I'm sure if she sees this interview and because I mention you to
Yeah.
her, she's gonna be like,
Perfect.
I'm sure I read some of his books. So yeah, I definitely gotta
Yeah.
put her on to you. Yeah, definitely,
Hmm.
definitely. Yeah, because I didn't know. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got like phew, Sex Mogul 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Forbidden 1, 2, Blood Ties 1, 2, Skin Deep 1, 2, 3, um, ooh, Damaged Goods,
damaged goods.
uh,
Is that a
Tainted
movie too?
Ambition. It's not yet. It's coming.
Oh, because I thought it was.
It's
Okay, wait.
an it's an anthology. It's an anthology series.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead now. Let
Yeah.
me see. Damaged goods and what else?
Tainted Ambition. That's gonna be out this year. Oh man, Street Rap, King Reese, Dirty Music, Beats and Blow. Got book 5 on that coming too. Look, Beats and Blow right here. It's crazy. Beats and
Ah,
Blow.
got it.
This is the 4th book in the Crescent Crew series. Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh,
I
I
lost
love
count.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it. So let me
Hmm.
ask you this. Okay, so because we covered quite a bit.
Yes.
So what I want to know, and I want you to give me your honest answer, Sean.
Hmm.
How happy are you?
I'm happy now. I'm happy.
You content?
I'm very content, and I can say that with pride now because to your point, a lot of times as I was doing this, I wasn't happy, and I think it's important to note, right? I tell people all the time that money don't make you happy
Oh,
because, and people, I remember some time ago, well, not so long ago, I had everything that I've always wanted, right? Downtown Atlanta, certain cars in the garage that I wanted, bank account full, passport stamped up. And I remember standing on my balcony one night, looking over the city. I was like, you know what? I'm not happy. And that's when it hit for me, like, yo, you got to do something better. Incidentally, on the flip side, one of the happiest and most peaceful times I've had is I remember like it was yesterday. I was in prison and I was just meditating. And
mm,
there was a certain level of peace that came over me that can't be quantified, it cannot be bought, and it cannot be replicated. It's just a knowing, a certain level of happiness. And I found that in my worst state. You see what I'm saying?
yes,
And
yes.
and I was my most unhappy when I had the most, or what the world would say the most.
Yes,
So
I get it. I get it.
yeah, so it doesn't make you happy. So now I'm happy.
Oh, okay. Because like I
Yeah, I'm
said, you can
happy.
still have some. You can still have means, and it's not to say that you can still have financial security with without being miserable. It's just
Right.
how you it's just how you navigate through it. It's
Yeah, I
just
love my life.
and how you treat people. And how you share your blessings. Your blessings. It depends on what you use your blessings for.
Correct. I was just telling my mom last night. Uh, I talked to my mom. My mom late. She's a late bloomer, so I was telling her I really love my life. Like I'm the man I've always wanted to be. I'm not
Mhm.
perfect. Still got to work on, as we all do, but I'm the man I've always wanted to be. I have the life I've always wanted, and I can see like I'm just happy. I'm just content. I'm blessed.
Yes.
Family good, health is good. I'm just blessed. I'm super blessed. I'm happy.
Okay, and okay, good to know. I mean,
Hmm.
blessed is good. Isn't it a great thing to be blessed? And
It is.
yes. So, how and so can you give the audience what is your perspective of how you share your blessings?
Giving back to others, whether it be a smile, it could be knowledge, but not seriously. I'm a teacher. I like to give back. I like to give back with resources, but more important, I like to give back with education because money come and go, things come and go. But if you give somebody something that can keep giving on giving, that's the ultimate blessing. So that's why I share my journey. I share my experiences. I share my knowledge. Whatever someone needs, I like to give back in that regard. That's
Yes,
like,
and
yeah,
all right, and that's amazing to me because I know I'm because I know because I mean
yeah.
no, I'm pausing
Process.
for a reason. No, I'm pausing. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm pausing for a
Hmm.
reason because
Hmm.
it's such a blessing. That's why I said, and the fact, like I said, when I hear certain things like that, when I come from my guests. And I'm like, and the fact that all of you are sitting with me, it's just even, it makes it
Yeah.
more of a blessing for me. It's a blessing to me. It's a blessing to
Absolutely.
me. So, the
Hmm.
fact that I'm sitting with such great people like yourself and the
Thank you.
way you express your journey and the way you express how you
Thank
give
you.
to others and how you just kind of just this whole community aspect of it. It's
Hmm.
just really, it just really, really, it sits with me. Yeah, it sits with me. So
Thank you.
yeah. Yeah. So pardon me on that if I pause,
No worry. No, you're fine. You're
yeah.
fine. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
but
good.
I'm gonna have a little fun with you, Shaun. We had a little, we had some
Likewise.
talking, we'll have a little fun. Yeah, have a little
Yeah,
fun.
likewise.
But no, no, I'm gonna have a little fun with you. I'm gonna have more fun
Let's
with you.
do it. Let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's do
So
it.
I want to do a little thing we call this or that.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Here they come, yo. Here they come.
All right, this or
Oh
that. So
shit.
this is a little segment. Okay, there you go.
I
Yeah,
mean,
so
yeah.
this is a little segment that we like to do, and I just random stuff that's gonna come up, and you got to choose one or the other. You can't plead the fifth. You can't choose both.
Okay.
The other. And sometimes
Okay.
I think of some things I would because I like to just get people. I want to really, really get people.
Let's
Yeah.
get it. Let's get it.
All right. So, are you a breast man or butt man?
Butt man.
Oh, you said that real quick.
Yeah, butt man.
Okay. All right. So, cowboy hat or fedora?
Fedora.
Okay. Air Force Ones or Jordans?
Air Force.
Tommy Hill. Oh, no, no, no. Well, yeah. Well, let me see. No, okay, I got it. I got it. Carl Kanai or Fubu?
Call can I?
Okay. And so,
Yeah.
Looney Tunes or Hanna Barbera?
Looney Tunes.
Okay,
Yeah, Looney
okay.
Tunes. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Oh, so now since you mentioned Masters of the Universe, He-Man or who's the
He
name of
man.
this one? No, hold on. No. Don't be biased. Now. Don't be biased.
It
You
don't
know.
matter. He man was my favorite.
Okay, well, never mind that because I don't want no biasness going on up in here. You
Yeah,
know.
he's my favorite. He's my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want no biasness going on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Usher or Chris Brown.
Ooh, breezy. Yeah,
um
breezy.
Now I'm gonna go to the ladies. Meg Thee Stallion or Nicki Minaj.
Meg.
Sugar Baby or Mogul.
Mogul.
Mhm. And just real quick, why Mogul?
Because I wrote, produced, and directed that one, and I did more with less of a budget.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh,
Uh,
that's impressive. That's even more impressive. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, here go another one. See, I'm gonna be messy again. Okay, I'm going to be messy with this one.
Hmm.
I'm gonna get you for this one. And I don't know if you work with this person or not, but um, Lemaster Spratling or
Hmm.
Nelson J. Javis.
Lee Master all day.
Are you being biased again?
You know, Lee Master, cool brother, man. Like Lee Master, my guy.
Oh, it's Lee
He's
Master.
cool.
Because I keep saying Lee Master. It's Lee Master. Okay, it's Lee
Yeah, Lee
Master.
Master. Because he's just a good dude. Like when you're in this
Yeah.
game and you work with certain actors, everybody's not gonna be good. He's just a consummate professional. He
Yeah, I'm
shows up
trying
on
to get him.
time. He
Lee
does what he's
Master.
supposed to do.
Yeah, Lee Master. Shout out to Lee Master Spreckling. He's one of my top favorite to be actors, and I'm trying to get
Yeah.
him on here. I'm trying to get you on here.
I'll
Yeah.
reach out to him. I'll reach out to
Yeah.
him.
Y'all all say that. Y'all never do.
No
Y'all
shit. I'm
never
gonna reach out
do.
to him. That's my guy.
Y'all never do. I keep the promises of promises. That feels good. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
done.
he cool people.
I'm done.
Mm.
But still, but y'all be keeping promises of
I got you. I promise. I promise. I'm gonna reach out to him. That's my guy.
Okay, okay. All right. You say, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold you to that, okay.
Yeah, that's my guy. I'm gonna
Right.
reach out to him.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, Tanja, the shoe lady Ayers, or Lisa Brown.
Lisa Brown.
Yeah, shout out to Lisa
Yeah.
Brown. Shout out to them both. You know, I just
Yeah,
interviewed them both.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Both of them dope. But I like Lisa. Lisa. I mean, I like both of them, but
Yeah, yes. Oh, yeah,
What
this
Lisa doing? Lisa breaking barriers.
yes, yes. And
Yeah, Lisa
speaking of
breaking barriers.
Lisa, so since you mentioned, since you chose Lisa Brown, the Dirty D or the Dirty C?
Dirty D.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
Dirty D.
Okay, now, roasted potatoes or sweet potato?
Sweet potatoes.
When it comes to banana pudding or peach cobbler?
Ooh, banana pudding.
It's so funny. If you, I don't know if you, I have to see you a clip of I interviewed with the cast of a movie called Ready, and it
Uh-huh.
was one of the cast members did she it did an impromptu song about banana pudding. You gotta look.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yes,
banana
I
pudding
gotta
all
send it
day.
to you. Yes, yes. There
Okay.
should be a jingle out there, so I'm gonna send it to you. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Creed or Rocky?
Ooh, Rocky. It's my favorite franchise.
Yes. Oh, yeah, okay. All right. And
Yeah.
shout out to you, Sean. You did good on that. You was just, you pause. I struggled, but I was trying to get you good, but you got me.
Yeah. That's
You
kind of
was
hard.
ready. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you for playing with me. But these,
You
um,
welcome.
I always enjoy that. I always enjoy that
Yeah.
segment right there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. That's dope.
yeah. Oh, thank you. Good. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah. So now these two final questions I like to ask before we wrap up.
Okay.
And I love the answers that I receive here. So,
Okay.
if you had the opportunity to have five people at the seat of your table, dead or alive, who would they be and why? And I need the why for each.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah,
Tupac,
why?
because I think we had a lot in common. We grew up on the same type of time, and he's just a visionary, ahead of his time. That's my kind of people.
Hmm.
Prince,
Mm-mm.
because he's just an icon. He's enigmatic, and he's just. I would like to just pick his brain, man. Like he's one of the only few people I'll probably be starstruck.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes.
All right, Honorable Mention Louis Farrakhan.
Okay. Okay.
I think he is the most brilliant mind of our time. I think that outside certain circles, he doesn't get the respect that he does, that he
Right.
deserves.
Right.
I mean, think about it. That man dedicated his life to the community and the culture, regardless of what you think about him, for the last 70 something years, and still to the end, still doing it. Like, man, you know how hard it is for the bounce for us sometimes as a culture.
Mhm.
He's always standing in the gap for the last 70 something years. So I would love to meet him.
Love it.
Um, hmm, Taylor Sheridan.
Mm.
Taylor Sheridan, because he's just what he's doing with his content today is just phenomenal. Like he next level. Like Taylor Sheridan
Okay.
for sure. I like to
Taylor
pick
Swift.
that brain.
Okay.
Um, and the fifth one would be ooh, trying to get a good one. I got two in my mind right now. Probably at my table. Probably it's a toss up between Muhammad Ali and I'm gonna just say Muhammad Ali. He's another one, a champ. He dedicated his life at a time when it wasn't popular. You know what I mean? Just his confidence, his intestinal fortitude, his principles, and his vision. I mean, I can't lose with a table like that, right? I got my spiritual guidance, I got my film
Right.
guidance,
Yes.
I got my
Musical.
homie to keep
Mhm.
me, yeah, I got my homie to keep me grounded. You know,
Yeah.
I got somebody to help me fight and learn some things. So yes, that's a perfect
That's
table.
good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And I tend to forget to ask this follow up. If
Hmm.
who will get the big piece of chicken and why?
So who would get the big piece of chicken?
Yeah, and why? Yeah.
The dad, me, because I earned it more than likely, and if I need some, I'm gonna go back out and get more chicken. So I'm gonna need all the energy that big chicken to give me.
Okay, I like that. I like okay. I like how you that was clever. That was clever. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
now this question, so I take from the late great James Lipton from Inside the Actor Studio. So
yes.
Shaun Sinclair, when you
Hmm.
enter into the pearly gates, what would you want Allah to say?
Well, well done, good job, well done, my faithful servant.
Yeah, I get that. I get that a lot.
Yeah,
That's yeah, I think we all want to, just have
yeah,
that, reception from him. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. So now, do you
He'd
have any
probably say, "Whew, you made it." I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you got through. You got through. So
Yeah,
yeah, you made it. Yeah.
yeah. Whew. Come on
Yes.
in here, boy. If I
Yeah,
close the
no,
door, you barely made it.
yeah, it's like
Yeah,
we almost thought we had you. We almost thought we didn't have you. But yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. I love it.
I almost had you. Yeah.
Yes. So, any final words you'd like to share with us?
I want to thank you again for having me. I want to thank anybody watching this for just sharing my story, listen to my story, be open to it. And I just want to leave you with be great, be intentional, and be on time.
Love it. Love it. And so,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, I think that you just really like just hit a lot of points, and then you share so many gems. So I really want to
Thank you.
thank you so much as well for you taking the time to be here. The fact that you even accepted my invite, I mean, that's an honor for me.
That's
And
fine.
so
Thank you.
on that note, before I forget, I want to make sure I give you your flowers because they were
Oh,
well,
that's dope.
yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah,
Appreciate it.
well, very well deserved. So yeah, so I want you to make sure can you stay backstage for me, Sean?
Of course.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Mhm.
Shaun Sinclair, y'all. Shaun freaking Sinclair. God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
All
And thank
right.
you again for having me.
Absolutely. Yes. So Shaun Sinclair, just blessed to have him in the building. Like I said before, he's among so many people that I've been blessed to share this platform with that really take their time to discuss their journey and to share so many gems and to just continue to inspire me, and I've been for a long time questioning my true purpose, and I still am. But I just feel like, just knowing that I'm able to be among these elite people, and I'm gonna say they all elite to me. I think that, I'm kind of inching towards what that might be. So kind of work with me on that one, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I just really thank you, all of you, for your support. Thank you again, Shaun, for just blessing us with your presence and your story. And I really hope that you gain so much perspective from that. And please make sure that you tune in this coming Saturday. I'm going to be interviewing with actress Krista Monique. I'm looking forward to that. So that's going to be this Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure if I'm not, I may drop in, to do a quick little video when I'm doing one of my walks. So I might be chilling out, whatever, and running some errands. So, I might do that in between, but that's going to be the interview that you should definitely look forward to. And so, in the meantime, I hope that you enjoyed this one, and make sure that you do what my sister Nicole would say.
If you find the time to like, share, subscribe, don't forget, faith is the substance of things hoped for. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. Make sure you like, subscribe today.
Oh,